What's going on, everyone? My name is Andrew, and welcome to Real Estate Basics. This is episode number 4, and today we'll be going over my cash flow and cash-on-cash calculator within Excel. This calculator is for a single family property. You'll see there are 3 tabs. This first tab just talks about your inputs and what you will get out of this calculator. The second tab goes over basic instructions for your inputs, and just note that any cell that's highlighted in this pink color are going to be the cells that you input your numbers to. And the third tab is your actual calculator. So up here I like to put in the property address. That way if you have multiple tabs going down below, you can keep track of what property you're looking at. Now how I laid this calculator out is I wanted to analyze 4 different purchase prices for the same property, as well as a range of rental values on a monthly basis that I think I can get based on comps or comparables that I get from my realtor or maybe a property manager or both. That way I can really see where the numbers make sense for this particular property. So up top, you just put in the different purchase prices of what you think you might be able to get for the property. Then we have our down payment, represented as a percentage of the purchase price. Then we have our closing costs, which is also represented by percentage of the purchase price, typically between 3 to 5% here. And then you'll see highlighted in blue is our total cash to close. So that's just a summation of our down payment and our closing costs. Then if you expect to do any repairs or rehab to the unit before you rent it out, go ahead and put that value in here, and you only need to put that in once, because the other cells will pull that value automatically. Now we have our total cash in, right? So that's the amount of cash you needed to close plus the amount of rehab you had to do. Now we get into our monthly payment. So here's our loan amount, and based on this interest, we have our mortgage payment, which is the principal and interest. And this is revision 1 of the calculator. So right now it's assuming a 30-year fixed rate loan. I am working on revision 2 of this calculator, which would allow you to adjust the terms of the loan. But for now, this calculator assumes a 30-year fixed rate loan. Then we get into our property taxes. So right here you put in a percentage of the purchase price which you expect to pay annually in property taxes. And this cell will then divide that out into a monthly payment for you. Now just be careful when you're looking at what property taxes are in different states and different regions, because depending on the state and also depending on if you're planning on living in the unit or just purely renting it out, your property tax rates can differ a lot. Then we have our insurance. So put our annual premium right here. This is what you'll pay for the entire year. And the cell will divide that out. And then if you expect to pay any utilities or an HOA fee for this particular property, you go ahead and put that here in terms of monthly payment. And you only need to put it in once, and these cells will grab it for you. Then down below that, you can see what your total monthly payment is going to be for that purchase price and the loans of the term that you put in. Now coming over here to the bottom left, we have our total income. This is really what your monthly rent is. I like to put a range of values based on comps. The best rent I can get, and okay, low end of the market, market's a little slow. What's the worst rent I can get? And some values in between. And then if you're planning on using a property manager, you can put in their fee represented by a percentage of the monthly rent, typically between 8 and 10%. And before we get to the sweet stuff, you come over here, don't forget about your monthly reserves, maintenance, repairs, capex, and vacancy. You can change these however you see fit. And coming here, we have our cash flow in a monthly basis and an annual basis. And right next to that, you have your cash on cash return on investment. Now you're wondering what these red, yellow, and green colors are. This is just conditional formatting within Excel to make it visually easier to identify where this property makes sense for you. Now these are just the basic values I had put in here. Maybe you don't want to see anything less than a 7% cash on cash return, and you're marginally okay with 7 to 10%. And then, hey, anything in green here is, yeah, that's above 10%. That's what I want to see. So these, you can change these how you see fit. And these colors, this conditional formatting will update automatically for you. And that's all to this calculator. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And a link to this free calculator is going to be down in the description below. Click on it and it'll automatically download. If there are any issues, please leave a comment and I'll fix it as fast as I can. That's all for this one. Until next time, take care.